National Security Minister Marvin Dame shooting down the opposition's claims that a senior police officer is being victimized. Progressive Liberal Party leader Philip Davis yesterday charged that a letter from the Office of the Prime Minister has instructed Assistant Commissioner of Police Clarence Reckley to take vacation, after which retirement. ACP Reckley is the husband of former Deputy Director of Urban Renewal Michelle Reckley, who along with 3 others was last month's charged before a magistrate on charges of fraud. The 4 accused are all reportedly PLP supporters.
And this is not only so for the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And let's not make it a police-centric discussion. We're in the business of getting the service in order, getting it right. When people reach retirement age, then they should prepare for retirement. Our job when we're in service is to prepare others to take over from us. And there is no ill intent, there is nothing sinister behind what we're doing here. We're readying our agencies for the future.
Minister Dames added that retirement is evident for anyone who could have served his or her time, and that he doesn't rather turn the issue into a political discussion.
This is something that we're doing in every agency, as a matter of fact, throughout government. Okay, you can't have, what do? You have someone with 90 or 100 weeks vacation, okay, and that runs into their retirement. Okay, so you continue to say, keep not knowing. These officers are, as I said before, met with the Deputy Commissioner and Senior Assistant Commissioner Dane this morning, and they're excited, they're prepared. They are prepared and ready to go on leave. Okay, and that leave will run into their retirement. This is what it's about. Why are we making this a political discussion? I don't know.
Now, when questioned, Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis declined to comment on the opposition's charges, saying only that if Mr. Davis wishes to say something at a press conference, he can do so in the House of Assembly, and that's where he will respond. An overhaul of the investment funds industry brings changes to its outdated regulatory framework, which, if left untouched, poses a risk to the country's reputation as a leading financial services sector. Moving the bill in the House of Assembly, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Peter Turnquest said the more fundamental changes include rewriting what an investment fund is for the purposes of licensing and regulation, and what it means to carry on these businesses in and from the Bahamas.
This bold piece of legislation seeks to fill those regulatory gaps with a framework of rationalized definitions of fundamental terms and the realignment of fundamentals through critical functions and responsibilities. It proposes to open the industry in key ways that will allow Bahamians greater access to international service providers to enhance their operations and client offerings. Simultaneously, it announces that Bahamian investment fund professionals and the industry are ready to compete internationally.
If passed, it's also expected to improve the ease of doing business within the sector, setting the foundation to attract new business.
This bold piece of legislation seeks to fill those regulatory gaps with a framework of rationalized definitions of fundamental terms and the realignment of fundamentals through critical functions and responsibilities. It proposes to open the industry in key ways that will allow Bahamians greater access to international service providers to enhance their operations and client offerings. Simultaneously, it announces that Bahamian investment fund professionals and the industry are ready to compete internationally.
As of December 31st, 2018, there were 749 licensed investment funds and 72 licensed investment fund administrators in the Bahamas. BPL's union not at all keen about the company's decision to have Finland-based technology group Wärtsilä construct a new power plant down at Clifton Pier. Never one to mince his words, Bahamas Electrical Utility Managerial Union President Paul Maynard gave our news team this blunt response when contacted on the issue.
It'll be a cold day in hell when the union allows Zilla to come in and run a plant, and the Bahamians ain't gonna be involved. You just forget that. We paid $95 million per plant. You listen to them? Just how we sent Bahamians away on DA 9 and 10, 11 and 12, and 13 to be trained. That's what Zilla said is the Bahamians away to be trained so they can run the plant.
Mr. Maynard also hit out at Shell North America, which signed a memorandum of understanding with BPL last November for an integrated LNG gas-to-power project.
If Shell come in 2021, and they got access to a brand new plant, and they can be selling us electricity from this brand new plant, our brand new plant, we can be paying for electricity. When are we going to get our $95 million back?
The BEUMU president is demanding BPL's board consult with the union. Well, Works Minister Desmond Bannister is commenting on the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union's position that once Wärtsilä comes to manage the new plant, Bahamian workers will be left behind. Minister Bannister said he does not know if that's true.
We have to be able to put that in place and utilize the people who know how to do it. That doesn't mean that our people don't have the ability to learn. But this is something, these generators are going to be here next month. Okay? And the Bahamian people have demanded of us a certain level of excellence, a certain high standards in generation. And so that learning curve is not going to happen overnight. And so all of us have to be patient in being able to put the mechanisms in place to make a difference for the workers of BPL and for the Bahamian people. But the Bahamian people come first before anybody else.
Now, back in November, BPL signed a memorandum of understanding with Shell North America to build and manage a new plant at Clifton Pier, as well as provide 220 megawatts of power. Now, our news team understands that Wärtsilä will be providing 132 of the 220 megawatts promised by Shell. Well, when pressed by the media on why BPL is footing the $95 million bill, Minister Bannister gave this response.
There's a whole plan that BPL has that I'm sure the CEO and chairman will be happy to share all the particulars with you.
All in all, the minister maintains that this contract is a new paradigm that is beneficial to the Bahamian people. He added that the deal will help to relieve the company of that rental generation concern. Meantime, 6 months after BPL's Clifton Pier fire, there is still no word on what led to the blaze that destroyed one of the company's engines. While BPL CEO Whitney Hasty on Monday said the board could not give an update as the government had initiated its own investigation, Mr. Hasty also at the time said the minister would be the best person to answer. Well, when pressed on the issue today, here's what Minister Bannister had to say.
As soon as we are able to, we're going to let you know what the plan, what the sources are. Okay? There's some matters, the FNM government is the government of transparency. And there's some matters that I cannot put in the public domain immediately. And as soon as I can, I'll be happy to do it.
The minister did not indicate when the investigation would be complete. As a matter of fact, he did not confirm if those investigations had started. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.